Matt Coronato plays the hero as the Flames get back in the win column. Hey everyone, and welcome into Burning Questions. This episode brought to you by ProStars Plumbing and Heating, Calgary's first choice when it comes to plumbing and heating. Rob Wong joined alongside by Postmedia Calgary Flames writer Danny Austin. And Danny, as the saying goes, better late than never. The Flames coming away with the win in Montreal. Matt Coronato with the tying and game-winning goals on two really impressive plays. You look at what he's been able to do since he's come back up from the minors. Do you think he has locked up a spot in the NHL for the foreseeable future?
I mean, it was the lead of my story last night. Matt Coronato is not going to be going back to the Calgary Wranglers anytime soon. Not when he is doing what he did last night. It was, as you said, it was pretty impressive. If for some reasons there's a Flames fan out there who is watching our Burning Questions video and hasn't seen the goals, which seems unlikely, but go check them out. I mean, what I really loved about both of them was that, like, yes, they were beautiful shots into the back of the net, sort of unsavable, but there were also, like, there was a level of just heads up play, like there was a level of real intelligence where he collected the puck, was composed, saw the opportunity. I mean, particularly on the first one, had to pull a little shimmy to get open in the offensive zone and then fire it in. And, you know, that's what we've been waiting for from Matt Coronato. We've seen it in preseason games, particularly last year. And then it just felt like the speed and speed of the game and size of the opponent really have just been a little too much for him to handle. So I thought yesterday it tells you a lot. When a young player is put on a line with Michael Backlund and Blake Coleman, that typically means something. But Ryan Huska said yesterday, he was like, those guys didn't carry him. Like, those goals were him, and they were big goals and big moments, particularly with an injury to Anthony Mantha that we're waiting to hear more about. There's simply no, I mean, to be honest, they actually really need Matthew Coronato, so, like, no, he's not going to be going down to the Wranglers. But I think the confidence that it will give him to have scored two goals like that, plus just the fact that, like, we've seen it. He's getting close. He's getting close to really being an NHLer, and I think he's there now. I really cannot foresee a world, injuries notwithstanding, in which he is not getting big minutes. He's part of the team now.
Yeah, it just makes sense to give a guy like him some run here to see what he can do at the NHL level. Meanwhile, the Flames had just one power play against Montreal. They were unable to capitalize. They're now running a 15% success rate on the season, which is down from the 17% they were at last season. Ryan Huskies used a bunch of different combinations to no avail so far. What do you think the Flames should be looking at to get things going on the man advantage?
They should be trying anyone and everyone on that power play. I mean, like, this is one of those ones where I would stress that the numbers don't lie. The numbers are ugly. They have been out, like, they've allowed two shorthanded goals since their Seattle game. So 8 games ago, they've scored one. They are 0 for 23, 24, 23, dating back to that game in Seattle when Blake Coleman scored in the first period. It's not working. What's sort of striking about it as you watch is a couple things. A, like the face-offs, they're just not winning the opening face-off, which means that they're having to go all the way back and reset, which I guess technically isn't the end of the world. Like, these are professional athletes. They can handle the skate up and down the ice, but their zone entries have been almost uniformly bad. They are unable to get the puck in. They're not getting the puck in deep. They're just turning it over at the blue line. And I don't know if that is go back to a simple dump and chase. The Flames themselves talk about playing as if it's 5-on-5, and they're a team that does sort of do a lot of dump and chase, and it works for them. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if it's personnel, but I've never seen anything like it, man. Like, I'm not joking here. They just can't get the puck. Like, they're fine at 5-on-5, but the second that the team is set with 4 guys and sort of pinching at the line a little bit, they just don't seem to know what to do. So, you know, Nazem Kadri is a big part of that. So is Jonathan Huberdeau. I'm not sort of naming them as being the problem, but I do have to wonder. It wasn't just Matt Coronato yesterday. Connor Zary also had a really nice goal. I do wonder if, just to see if it works, you cycle in a young guy, particularly like Zary, with a lot of speed. And see, because I don't actually hate once they're set up and they're cycling the puck. They don't look any worse than anyone else. It's just getting set up. For I don't know what reason. I'm not trying to necessarily say that I'm smart enough to know, but they cannot get there, and needs to be fixed fast because They're okay at 5-on-5, but they're not necessarily like, they don't have the offensive pop at 5-on-5. They need their special teams to carry them a little bit.
Well, luckily for the Flames, they got the Bruins coming up, one of the most penalized teams in the league, and a below-average penalty kill. So maybe that's the get-right spot for Ryan Huska and company. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Danny Austin, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next.